Hello, Snack Pack. Welcome back to Travel Snacks, or if this is your first time, welcome to the channel and the live stream. Travel Snacks is all about travel, eating good food, making good connections, being part of the Snack Pack community, and maybe living a different type of lifestyle, whether you want to live in a car, truck, RV, tiny home, van, or just a different type of a living, different from maybe like an apartment or a home. So welcome to everybody that's here today. So let me put on my glasses and fix my crazy hair and see who's here. Hey, Jacob Wade and TJ, how are you? Hey, Grant, how are you? Happy Snack Chat Saturday. Grant, my hair is crazy today. Grant is our moderator, and he has basically been to almost all of the live streams that I've hosted. And he's learned a lot about me, the channel, and the Snack Pack community. So he's here to help out if there's any questions that I miss or any comments that get a little crazy. He's going to put you in a timeout or ban you. He's got full authority, so watch out for Grant. But he does a great job, so thank you, Grant, for being here. Hey, Mike, how are you? Good afternoon and Happy New Year. Just 357 more shopping days until Christmas, and so it begins. Yes, Happy New Year to everybody. Hey, Tanya, Happy New Year. Let's see. Hey, Jan M, how are you? Happy New Year. Debbie's here. Hey, Debbie Kennedy, Happy New Year to you. Tapping with one hand and eating with the other, that's what we do best here. That's right. Felicity, hey, how are you? Happy New Year. Hey, Jane, how are you? Welcome. From Dayton, Ohio. Awesome. Hey, Jackie Puppet, how are you? Your crazy hair is crazy beautiful too. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, my hair's, I don't know, it's all over the place. It's been until today, it's been super cold and rainy here in Dallas, Texas, which is where I'm still at. It's kind of been like, I love rain, but it's been super, super chilly outside. So I haven't been able to really go out and do anything or fix anything in the van. But I am still here in Dallas. And today it's finally sunny and not raining. So it was still a little bit nippy when I went out today, but it's not as cold. So what's the weather like for you guys? Is it really very cold right now? Or has it warmed up a little bit? Or is it just getting like more cold? Tanya's got her snack. I got stuff all over the place and got to bring this coat a little bit closer. Oh, Jacob's got cold and windy. Grant's got 39. No thanks. I'm putting on my blanket right now. 48 and raining in Thurston County, Washington. Oh, wow. I don't know what's the temperature. Let's see. What's the temperature right now? 54 right now, Fahrenheit. 39. No. Yeah, 54 right now, and I think the low is going to be 39. It says 0% chance of rain, which we've had already all the rain. So that's what's been happening. Debbie's got 45. Whoa! I almost dropped this laptop again. Let me get situated here and calm down. I'm so excited to be on here with you guys. Okay, Debbie's got 45 and sunny in Boise. Okay, Felicity's got 73 in Florida. I need to make my way down to Florida. 41 and gray in Pittsburgh. Hey, Chris, how are you? Happy New Year. Sunny and 46, sweater weather. Hey, Catherine Johns, how are you? Happy New Year. Tanya's got 55 and overcast. All right, so we're all having a little bit of a chilly weather, except for Felicity's got it going on over there in Florida. I am going to be making my way to Florida at some point. I don't know when yet, but I can't get comfortable. What's happening today? I'm all over the place. So today, I finally was able to get out of the house. Like I said, I went and got a few groceries, and I was going to start getting all my supplies together to start fixing some of the stuff in the van. But I don't know if you guys have been out today, and I don't know like where you guys are, but it seemed like everybody in the whole world is outside today. Probably here because it was raining so much, but also I don't know if it's just because like it's Saturday, the first Saturday of the year. I don't know if people are doing returns, but I went over to Home Depot to go get some foam board cut for my window coverings. Home Depot was busy. I went over to Dollar Tree to get some things, busy. And then the grocery store was busy. And then I was going to go into Walmart because I need a bunch of stuff from Walmart, like a bunch of little things. And the parking lot was so busy alone that I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go in there because if I go in there, it's going to be like every person in Texas in that Walmart. And I was hungry and I didn't feel like just dealing with everybody. So I'm going to have to go to Walmart either later today or tomorrow. But have you guys been out? Is it busy where you guys are? I don't know what's happening. Hey, Mike Lucas, how are you? Hey, Janice Krosky, how are you? Happy New Year. Don't come to Florida between June and Halloween. Horrible. I heard it's very humid there. Catherine's got 32 in Western New York. Feels like a heat wave after the 20s. Oh, dang. Right, I stayed home and did nothing. All right. Hey, Gabe Ortiz. Happy New Year from Wyoming. That's awesome. Thank you for warning me that everybody is out. I'll stay home until Monday then, except for going to, I don't know what the deal is. Like, you know, I don't like being around crowds, not because of COVID, just because it's annoying. And I was just like, people were honking at each other all over the place, and people were cutting people off in the parking lot. Because I sat there for a while, like contemplating, like, should I go in or should I wait till later? And people were like out of control, just going crazy today. So I don't know. Oh, Chris, you had to go to the Walmart today and it was packed for you too? Okay. Felicity, gift certificates are being redeemed. Oh, and lots of people got, I didn't know that the like, is that the stimulus $600? Did that already happen? Maybe, yeah, that's probably why people are like, got paid, got to get some things. It's busy here because a lot of people just go, okay, I work in the middle of the night. It's nice to avoid crowds, I bet. Tanya went grocery shopping at 8 a.m., not too busy. Okay, that's good. Too many small businesses closing that it makes the big box stores. Yes, that's true too. I didn't even think about that. Hey, AGTWNC, how are you? It was busy at the grocery store today. Yep. Monique, hey, welcome. You're back in Florida. Where, like, are you in the, like, west coast of Florida or the east coast or, like, down south? Hey, Donnie T, how are you? Hey, JR Yunt, nomad in Foley, Alabama, sunny and 60. Awesome. Yeah, people can be very annoying. Oh, yeah, you got 15% capacity at the retail stores in Canada, so they're never packed. Well, when I left California, they had that as well. They had the person with the little ticker on the store entries, and so they would, you know, stop people and make them wait outside. So I guess here in Texas, they don't have that, but I don't know. But they seem like the restaurants do. I don't know. First of the month is always busy for retail. That's true. Hey, Fosman707, Happy New Year. Did you ever say how much the grand total was for you? I haven't done that video yet, but that is coming. I do have all of my receipts, and I'm going to be doing, like, when I do the final van build video, I'm going to do the full how much it cost thing. Hey, Abhishek, Happy New Year. Oh, you got yours, Chris? Okay. I don't know. I haven't seen anything like that, so who knows? Sorry, not the van price, just what you did to get it running, I guess you could say. Yeah, so like the van build, like everything that I put into the van, yes, I'll be making a video of that. Mine was direct deposited. Oh, okay. I haven't even checked my bank account, but I don't know. I don't think I got anything. Honking parking lot chaos. Yes, don't forget to see how many people are holding up a finger to tell you that you're number one. Always look at the brighter side of things, right? Yep, that's true. Hey, Jeff, Jenny, Monteith, how you doing? I can talk myself out of going out just by looking outside. True. I'm good, happy to be here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, St. Augustine. That's awesome. I enjoyed St. Augustine. I thought it was a nice, beautiful place. It's crazy to see town empty, but Walmart is packed. Ours gave up the door monitors here. Oh, dang. Oh, the restaurants were reclosed for dine-in, takeout only. That's how California was before I left. We did in New York at Walmart and still do. Oh, did in New York. Okay. I'm all caught up with your videos and messages. Oh, awesome. That's so cool. It was a lot of work, and I'm sure it was a lot of time watching those videos. Your bank account is flat broke. I feel you on that. Hey, Barbara, Fake Freedom. How are you doing? Happy New Year. Also, before we get too deep into this live stream, throw a like on this live stream so that YouTube knows that you guys like the live streams. Also, if you're new to the channel or new to the live stream, hit the subscribe button and actually hit the notification bell, because as some of you guys know, I did a last minute live stream on New Year's Eve, and a lot of people were like, I didn't get the notifications. And I know a lot of you do have your notification bell on. But those of you that didn't know that I even did a live stream, and some people were like, oh man. So that's why the notification bell is so important, so that you know every time your favorite YouTube people are doing live streams or releasing new videos. So hit that. Also, real quick, if you'd like to donate to the snack fund, there's a little $sign under the chat, and that one is a YouTube donation, and YouTube does take 30%. So if you want your full donation to come through, then maybe use PayPal or Cash App or something like that. But again, it's never obligated, never required or anything. I just like to mention that because whenever I donate to somebody, I like to know where the money's going. So that's it for that. Let me scroll back here and see what everyone's talking about. Let's see. Hey, Rosie Cortez. Feliz Año Nuevo. Congrats on your event. Thank you so much. Hey, Eve Carrington is here. Welcome. Hey, Chuck Wong. How are you? Can you share a bit about your faith? Oh my gosh, I could spend a whole forevers on my faith. Man, I don't even know how to start with that one. But basically, I believe in God and Jesus, and I base pretty much everything off of biblical practices, and I do my best to encourage others with love and respect. I mean, this channel is not like a Christian channel, but I am a Christian and I do share my faith quite often, so I'm never afraid to do that. Hey, Steve Nickerson. I love your channel. You seem really down. Thank you very much. Let's see. Hand sanitizer for everybody from Eve. Hey, Dr. Mango Direx. How you doing? Felicity, I grew up Catholic. Oh, you didn't mean me. That's okay. I was actually, when I was like a baby, I got baptized as a Catholic. My parents chose that. And then when I became of my own age of choosing, then I got baptized as a Christian. We're still shut down in Central Valley, California. Yes, California's got some serious restrictions. My son got his stimulus too, but I had to pay more taxes. So last time mine was mailed. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. How old am I? I'm 47. All good, all good. Let's see. I have to scroll back a little bit here. Slap a like on it before you head out. Yes, indeed. Hey, Karina, Happy New Year. Hey, Andrea Getty, how are you? I'm new to your channel. Are you a full-time van lifer, or are you just taking a break because you and your father are building your van? So also, first of all, welcome to the Snack Pack and to the channel. I guess I'm technically a full-time van life person, but because my van is finally done, converted, and ready to go. But my first trip, or first journey, was out to see my son here in Dallas. And so I'm still at his house, but I'm just here for a visit. So I don't live here. This is his own apartment. So once I leave here, which is probably going to be in the next 2 or 3 days, I'm going to be living in my van full time. I don't have an apartment or a home anywhere else. So my van is my home. And obviously I have family and friends, in different locations, and I'm sure I'll be visiting people. But for my own like home or living, but my van is my home. So that's why I'm so glad that it's done and I have a place to rest my head. That's all my own. So I'm very happy about that. And once I'm done with all my van build videos, I'll be sharing all like the, van life firsts and all my experiences and challenges in the van. Hey, Veronica Guerra, from South Beach, Florida. Oh, South Beach was awesome. Walmart challenges my mental health. Yes, I feel I need anger management group right after. Yeah, sometimes with the Walmart, it's a lot of people. It's just the thing that I need to like calm down when I go into Walmart is when people are like taking up the whole aisle with their basket and you're trying to get down like one little section and they're just like doo 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 and they just don't even care. They don't even care. And even when you try to squeak by, they just don't even move their basket. And I'm like, you need to move out of the way. Like there's more people in here. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. Yes, indeed. Happy New Year. Hey, Van Life. Welcome and no problem. I love doing the live streams. It helps me to connect with all of you guys. I watched Nomadland yesterday, not Netflix, but a link to a free streamer aired it. 1 hour, 47 minutes and worth every minute. Bob Wells has an emotional scene about his son. Oh, I need to find that. I have my little, I said I was going to do it. I have my little notebook that I'm going to take notes every time you guys say some things to check out. Nomadland. I've written this down a few times, but then I have gotten so busy I haven't been able to like look that up to where I can watch it. But I do want to see that because a lot of people have told me it's really good. Amen, amen. St. Augustine is great. Got in today. Oh, awesome. Can't wait to check it out. Okay, awesome. Yeah. Over by the Fountain of Youth is the St. Augustine statue. And when I was there, they had some peacocks there. And also that's like the oldest place in America. So you can go stand on the oldest place in America. So hopefully you get to go do that. Oh, it's okay if you missed the live stream on New Year's Eve. It was like a kind of a impromptu thing that I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it because, like I said, that night, I was just here sitting here by myself. I'm like, okay, well, I love spending time with the snack pack, and why not? I think it was a fun time. Nomadland, 5 out of 5 stars. Awesome. Hey, Trisha Bement. Hi, I like your videos. Loved your van build. It was so totally real. Can I share my website blog with you here? Sure, go ahead. And I'm glad you like the vids. Mary C is in the house. Happy New Year. Chris says, you're only 4 years older than my firstborn. Thank you guys so much. You guys are so kind. My name is Allison. It's funny when people say that they think I'm in my 20s. Like, it's super flattering to hear that. Like, even when people say, I thought you were in your 30s, but 20s, I'm like, my body don't feel like a 20s. And my kids are in their 20s, so it's funny. And I know I've shared this a long time ago on this channel on the live stream, but when I still lived with my 2 sons, we'd go places, and especially my older son, which I think he's going to pop in to say hi this time. So you guys will get to meet my older son, Marcus. But we used to go places and people would, like, if we go to a restaurant, the waiter, the hostess would be like, oh, can you seat this couple? And I'm like, we're not a couple, like we're a mother and son. Or we went to this furniture store and the guy was like, oh, so what bedroom set are you guys looking for? And I'm like, no, bro, no, that's my son. Because my son does look older. He's got a full beard and stuff. But it's just pretty funny. But I don't know. I don't know if I look in my 20s, but I appreciate the compliment. I spent 1st to 6th grade in a private Christian school. Oh, I did not know that. That's interesting. Amen to Jesus. Let's see. Weather's going to be nice starting Monday. Oh, awesome. That's really good. I don't mind it being cold, or I don't mind rain, but when it's like too cold, like like, I really want to get out there and start fixing up some stuff on my van. And when it's just very cold, it's like, it's not pleasant to do that. That van better be full of some great snacks. I do have some pretty good snacks in there, but I do have to get more. Let's see. I ever so boldly say, "Excuse me," as I'm walking up to others so they can't pretend not to notice me trying to get by. That's a good thing, because if you're like meek and mild and like, "Oh, excuse me," people don't respect that, I guess, or they just don't care. But I think if you're like, "Excuse me," they're gonna be like, "Oh, this lady's crazy." But guess what? You're gonna get by. What is my hobby? That's a good question. I did a video that I think it was called like 46 or 47 questions, or I don't even know, but it was a couple months back. And that was a question in that video. And it's funny because I'm like, do I have any hobbies? I guess traveling is my hobby, or sleeping, but I don't really get a lot of sleep, so I don't know. Did you know that Harbor Freight has a plethora of stuff perfect for family? You know what? I'm kind of new to Harbor Freight, but when we were building the van towards the end there, we would go in there and I'm like, dude, they got a lot of stuff and it's not even that expensive. So I'm new to Harbor Freight, but I do know that they have some cool stuff. But if there's something in particular that you want to share, let me know. My Supercenter store is empty compared to most stores. It's a testing store. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Let's see. I'll have to find it. I love Frances McDormand. Oh yeah, good actress. Yes, she is. Let's see. Yes, snack pack for the win. Okay. Let me check. Right, Trisha's website is We Lady Adventures. I'm gonna write it down. Check it out later tonight. Awesome. How can I ask how many kids you have? I have 2 sons, Marcus, who's 24, and my younger son, Justin, is 21. He lives in California. Let's see. My oldest hated answering this question. Is this your sister? I've always looked much younger than I am. Yes, indeed. With great YouTube channels too. Yes. The older you get, the better life gets. That's my experience. By the way, my mother is 76 and people think we are brother and sister when they see us together. She ages well. Me, I just look my age. I found out about how many millions of people have become nomads from reading the book Nomad Land, making it in the 21st century. Author is Jessica Bruder. Amazing book turned into. You know what? I'm gonna also check that out. I like to always like read the book first if I can, and then watch the movie. What is the first actual meal you will cook in your van? Ooh, good question. I don't know. Okay, so once we got the electrical all wired in, I took my induction cooktop and I just had a pot of water and I just turned the induction cooktop onto medium and I got a high voltage alert on my battery and it was already filled to 100% like my battery. And so I turned off the induction cooktop immediately and I'm like, this is not good. And so I still haven't called Renogy, which is where my solar system. Oh, hold on a second. We got a special guest appearance. This is my son, Marcus.
How's everybody doing?
Hold on. They're going to say some stuff, I'm sure. You could crouch down and say hi.
What's good, squad? How's everybody doing?
This is not a squad. It's Snack Pack.
What's up, Snack Pack?
You came up with that name.
I just call it my people squad.
So he's got his own channel, which is called Sharpe Sports. So if you do like football, you should check out his channel. And he calls his people squad. Okay, so he's got Marcus.
Hey. How you doing, Rosie? How you doing, Grant? What's good, AGT?
WNC.
What's good, Eve? What's good,
Catherine?
Catherine, how you doing?
Handsome dude.
I appreciate it. Thank you. We got it. And you got
so cute, full beard.
Yeah, it is. Nice
oh, thanks, Chris.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all.
He named a snack pack. Yes, he came up with the name. Marcus is in the house finally. Yeah, in his own house, because I've been here. He's hardly ever here. Awesome. Does that stand for love, Allison, on your hat?
Yeah, most definitely.
You're a good son. Oh,
Appreciate it.
make sure your mom gets some great snacks at your place.
She will.
They say it's LA, Louisiana. No, I think that's just Los Angeles.
Yup.
That's okay, Jay from Sorgy Stories. They name their squad as well. He has a Christmas beard.
Yeah. I normally do that where like at the end of the year I just kind of grow my beard out and then just yeah.
Awesome. So Marcus is the one that gives you wisdom in times. Yes. Because I've talked about you in several videos.
Yeah.
Especially like when I was talking about selling my feet pictures.
We ain't doing that. We ain't going outside like that. Nah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for all your nice wishes and
Adios. Be nice to my mom.
Greetings.
And
yeah.
All right.
They're always so nice. Thanks for stopping in from your house. Love you. Awesome. Yeah, for sure, Eve. I know because I've been ordering so many packages here. Let me scroll back because I did miss a few things before he popped in. Let's see. I think I was talking about my first actual meal in the van. Oh, so anyways, what I was saying is, so I think what happened is on my solar system, I have a Bluetooth monitor. Let me pull it up here. It's obviously not going to work in the house, but it's a monitor, and it tells you like your voltages and stuff. And there's a section on here that you can specify alerts. So it'll be like if it hits this number, we'll tell you it's an alert, like it's too high or too low voltage. And I think I just need to adjust those alerts on the app, and then maybe I won't get that high voltage alert because the battery was at 100%. So I don't think that if the induction cooktop would have or should have triggered that, especially on a medium level. So that was the long way around saying I don't know what I'm going to cook in the van first, because the induction cooktop, I need to make sure that it works. If in fact it is too much of like a high voltage to work, then I'll use my little Instapot, which is like a 4-quart and has lower wattage. And I'll probably just make some like steamed vegetables and potatoes because I'm really going to try to get back going on eating more vegetables. And I like to eat a lot of potatoes and vegetables and beans and rice and stuff like that. But I'll let you know. I'll make a video when I make my first meal because, you know, as you guys know or may not know, I'm not like the best cook. And so I'll probably be making some videos about things that worked and things that didn't. There's a lot of people that are doing veganary, which is vegan January. I thought about doing it, but there's so much going on. I don't want to like put a lot of pressure on myself to do something that new again. Hey Jay from Sorgy Stories, what's the thing you love to do outside more than anything else? And what is the coldest temperature you'd be willing to endure to do it? Oh man. Well, usually I like to walk in the rain, which seems very basic, but I do enjoy that. But I think living in a vehicle makes it a lot harder because when you walk in the rain and you live in a house, you could just come in and like go into your bathroom and take a shower or change or whatever. And in a van or a car, you're dragging all that wet stuff into your van. So I think it's just a different lifestyle. And the coldest temperature, I think I would be up for trying a lot of things depending on the temperature if I don't freeze, as long as it's temporary. So I wouldn't mind doing certain things, but I know that doesn't answer specifically. But maybe let me know what you guys would do. Like a fine wine gets wiser with time. I'm 38. Awesome. I'm new to it also. Okay. Oh, and the family says hi. Hello. Can't wait to see how COVID affects where you can go this trip. I hope you don't miss out on trying some great new places to eat. I love your reviews on new food you've tried. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Well, I think it depends on the state, because here in Texas, you can go out and do things and eat at different places. Thank you. Need readers new site. Would love your. Okay, awesome. Heavens to Betsy, what is your secret for youth? I don't know if I have a secret. I guess just staying close to God and not worrying very much. Like, I say that with kind of like a grain of salt because I'm usually very calm and very not fearful. But during the van build, I wasn't very calm because I was having a lot of anxiety about getting the van done. So I was talking to my friend Angel the other day, and I was just saying, I don't feel like myself right now. I think the van build really took a lot out of me and did something to me mentally because I still just feel like out of sorts, and I'm just trying to wrap my brain around like everything that has to happen to like get going on the like living in the van. And I think the fact is just to do it because I'm not afraid to live in the van. But I feel like everything is still scattered and everywhere. And since it's been raining, I haven't been able to go out and organize it. But now that it's not raining, I will be able to do that. So like I said, I'll probably leave here in the next couple of days and just really like start embracing my van life. So I'm excited to do it. But I think, I don't know. I think the van build, and like that's another reason I want to do all my van build videos, because I think a lot of people don't realize how much doing any type of extensive build like that could take out of you. I certainly didn't. Like I knew it was gonna be hard labor, but mentally, no one, I don't know. Like it's a very mentally draining and physically draining process. So I'm just trying to be gentle with myself. And so the secret for my youth usually is not to be anxious, but I'm working on that still as a human being. AGTWNC says tacos. Yeah, maybe I will make tacos since that's my favorite. Okay, we have all the cool things about Marcus. So thank you guys so much for his warm greeting and being so welcoming to him on the channel. He is a good son. Let's see. Sorry if I'm missing any messages. I'm just trying to scroll through real quick here and go back. Where do I live? I live in my van. Good son, God bless. Amen, amen. What's Marcus? Marcus's YouTube is Sharpe Sports. He didn't want to take his hat off because his hair is like puffy and he needs a haircut. Let's see. Let's see. I can see how you two might be considered a couple. Hey, NavGunner83, I'm working on a project in Dallas for 4 more weeks. Any suggestion on good spots to park? I'm having some success around busy apartment complexes. I'm trying to change my sleeping spots every day. Yeah, so when I get in the van, I'm going to just be moving different spots. So I'll be in the same boat. But I think apartment complexes here are different from California. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really tried, but I've been thinking that I'm going to be doing apartment complexes or maybe some hotel parking lots if they don't take down plate numbers. I'm definitely I think I'm pretty much done with Walmart parking lots. I've not had some great success with that recently, and I don't know, I'm just over it. And it can get very noisy during the night, especially if it's a 24-hour Walmart, except for right now during COVID. I don't think there's any Walmarts that are 24 hours, but I think that's a good solution is to maybe try some apartment complexes, as long as there's a lot of spaces and you don't take up space of other people that live there. You should check out an EcoFlow Delta. I bought one for emergency use, and that thing can run my washing machine. It really works well, and it's solar. Oh, what is an EcoFlow Delta? Is that? I'll look it up. Get you another solar panel and put it on the inside of the back door. And when you stop for a while, you can open the door and catch the sun, keep your panel secure too. Yes, I'm thinking about, well, I need to, I want to just get in my van and just get it popping. But I think eventually I'm probably going to get just one of those, suitcase type solar panels that I could just put out, and they open up like this and you put them on the ground. But for now, the 3 that I have on the roof are pretty good. Since it was totally cloudy and raining for the past week. I just drove around the parking lot, and I just drove like kind of to the store and back because I have my solenoid, and that charges the back battery as I drive. So I just wanted to make sure, because the only thing I have plugged in right now is my refrigerator, so I didn't want to like drain my battery. But the fridge doesn't take up a lot, so I think that's gonna be okay. Barbara, her first meal will be pineapple pizza. Sorry to disappoint, Pete. No. Oh, Monique, you were gifted an air fryer. Awesome. Let me know how it goes. I really want to get an air fryer as well. Did you put a diesel heater in your van? Hey, Superfly Lady 75. I did. I didn't personally do it, but my new friend Bob from Home Depot in California, my dad talked him into doing it for us, and I paid him to install it. And he was a champ because it took a lot for him to install it. And I do have the diesel heater, but I feel that the 2 nights that I used it when I was driving here to Texas, the heater was competing with the airflow coming in through the glass of the windows, because I have a lot of big windows on my van. So even though the heater works well, I think until I get my my window coverings made, it's not going to be as warm as it could be. But I'm so glad that you guys all brought up the diesel heater and we decided to put it in, because I think it's going to make a world of difference. You got to check out the new Slutty Vegan restaurant. So I've heard about that. Is that the one in Georgia, or is that something else? Let's see. Any plans on traveling to Canada? I mean, I do want to come back to Canada, but the border's closed right now, so I don't know when I'll be able to do that. Those were terrible times when my mattress wasn't working. I'm scarred for life about it. Let's see. Andra Getty, my daughter, 20, and I will be taking a road trip from Kansas via the I-40 to Arizona. Have you been on this route and recommend any campsites? I haven't really been on that route, so I can't really recommend. And I usually don't even go to campsites. I don't think I can't recall ever any time that I've ever went to a campsite on my own as an adult. Like if I've been camping, it's been with my family and they've made a reservation or something, but campsites really aren't my jam because I don't like to pay for campsites. Not to say that I won't, especially now with a van. Like I might do a campsite here and there, but I don't have any information. But a lot of people in the Snack Pack might. So feel free to, jump into the comments on any of the videos, and sometimes people will join in on that. Do you have a good sleeping bag to use as a blanket? I needed mine 3 years ago when my apartment lost heat in the winter. Glad I had it. I don't have a good sleeping bag. I don't like the constricting feeling of being in a sleeping bag, but I know that there's been a lot of comments on my staying warm in the car video about getting one and just maybe like opening it up. But so far, like the layers that I use have been okay for me, but I might end up getting like one of those 0-degree sleeping bags when it's all said and done. Her Canada videos were I found out about the dare cookies. I forgot about those dare cookies, but those are delicious. You built your home. Yes, it's draining. Yes. Yeah, it has definitely been draining. Like I don't know. It's taken a lot out of me. I'm just really hoping to just start getting back to feeling like normal soon. AGT hates tape measures. It's so funny because I went to Home Depot today and I asked the guy if he could help me cut the foam board, since now I don't have all the saws and tools in my dad's workshop. And he brought out his like long straight edge to cut it for me. And he's like, oh, wait, hold on. I got to go run and get a tape measure. And I'm like, oh, hold on a second. And I pulled out my tape measure out of my bag. And I'm like, I always carry a tape measure when I go anywhere. And so he was like, shocked that I pulled out my tape measure. So he ended up using mine because otherwise he would have had to go and get one. Dare Cookies, Canada's #1 cookie brand. When I wear my mask out in the cold weather, I think of how it might keep my nose warm if I sleep in my car, as you were doing originally. I always wondered if you found a good way to keep yours warm. So, when I made that video, we didn't have mask requirements. COVID wasn't even a thing. But low key, like I don't agree with masks. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think we should have to wear them. But the bright side to wearing masks is that it does kind of keep your nose warm. So if my nose gets cold, I'm going to try it of just putting the mask on, like my regular mask that I wear in stores. And some people told me don't do this, but you know, little hand warmers, I might put one of those in the mask, but people were saying that's not really good for you and maybe toxic. So maybe I won't do that. But I wonder if I could put a mask, then a hand warmer, then another mask. Then it wouldn't be touching my skin. So I will do it and I'll let you guys know if that happens. And I was thinking that, I know it was a joke in the video, but I'm low key kind of thinking about trying to figure out how to like create my own nose warmers. Like I'm not kidding right this minute. I'm telling you, like, I know I was saying, oh, I should start an Etsy store, but I'm thinking like, if I could get a minute to think about this, I want to maybe create some nose warmers that are like travel snack nose warmers. But I'll keep you posted if that happens. I love your videos. Thank you so much. That and cornbread. Oh, did you guys see that the store over here in Dallas had like a whole table of cornbread? I was gonna get some and like, because I was only in the store because they have a Starbucks in the store, so I was only there to get a Starbucks. And then I was like, oh, I'll get a thing of cornbread the next time I go into the store. And then now they're already gone, so I didn't get any cornbread. But I will look for it when I go back because now I'm craving cornbread. Hey, Patricia, why do you choose to live in a van? I choose to live in a van because it gives me an opportunity to save money and travel around and make new connections and see all the things that I've always wanted to see in the United States. Let's see. I love Hawaiian pizza and black olives. You're making me hungry. I love Hawaiian pizza, but I hate olives. Olives, I don't like olives. I know people are like either love olives or hate olives. I'm the one of the people that does not enjoy olives. Did you stabilize all the loose ends? I haven't yet. I've been having a lot of trouble. So this cabinet that right now my computer is sitting on, I'm trying to secure it. I did get the slider, a new slider, and I have installed that with my new little drill from Walmart. But I need some latches, and I found out some things about this cabinet that we didn't put like a middle divider in there. So there's not really a way to secure the bottom one. So I ordered some like latches, and they should be here tomorrow. So I'm going to give those a try tomorrow to see if that'll be enough to keep the drawers closed. And if so, then I'm going to go ahead and drill this cabinet into the floor of my van, and that'll be done. Like I said, I bought the foam board today at Home Depot for my window covers. So now I just need to get like a little bit of insulation and some spray glue and some material, and then I'll be making my window covers. Try dead end streets in better residential areas. I have done that, and usually it has yes, that's another great tip. Dead end streets, like not at the very end of the dead end for me personally, because then it just looks like you're just right there, but like right as it curves maybe towards someone's house, but not at someone else's house. That's always a good place to park. Hey Dee, how are you? I'm glad you made it from Chicago. Awesome. I bet it's cold there. Jay says team pineapple pizza. I do like a good pineapple pizza. EcoFlow Delta comes with suitcase style solar panels as well. Oh, awesome. I gave Rhea an air fryer for Christmas. It's wonderful. Oh, that's awesome. The air fryer is Jackie's #1 appliance. That's good to know. I feel like I do need to come into the air fryer community. Mimi's in the house. Hey, Mimi, how are you? I cannot wait to see your travel videos in your new van. You'll be so warm and comfortable. I know. I'm so excited to like make the travel adventure videos again. I feel like the van build videos are so important, and like I'm so excited to post them. but I'm also kind of like antsy to start posting travel videos. But I decided to just like calm down and give myself a break and just know that um, I'm going to be filming all the things. So nothing's going to get lost. I'm still like, even today when I was at Home Depot, I was filming the guy like cutting the foam board because I want to show how I'm making my window covers and like things that I'm doing on the road. So just know that I am going to be posting all the things this year, but it's just going to take some time because I need to get acclimated to the van. On a side note, before I go to more comments, this is like one of the major important things about my channel is that it's really easy to skip over all of those things. I know that a lot of van life videos and channels, they show all the like glorious, wonderful parts of van life, but I feel obligated and I like in a good way to share all the things. Like right now, I could just, just post up a bunch of stuff and be like, oh, the van build was so easy and now we're done and now we're on to it. But that's not real life. Like I'm still a regular person that had a very difficult time with a van build. And I want people to know that if you embark on something like that, that it does take time and to be gentle with yourself as you're, going through a transition. And this is a weird transition for me because I was living in a car, then living with my parents full time, which was, I'm grateful, but also it was very difficult, because we're adults. So it's hard to live with your parents as an adult. And then immediately like jammed into my van in like a tired state and drove all the way to Texas. And then I've just been here and I'm like exhausted. So I just want people to know that whenever you're doing anything in a transition state, just take some time for yourself and I'm trying not to feel like super pressured to do all the things all at once. And you guys have been so gracious and like so patient, and I appreciate that very much. As a previous apartment manager, the smaller the place, the more likely you will be recognized. That's true. That's very true. Barbara, you've never been camping? I have only been camping like pretty much when I was younger. Mike says, okay, I-40 follows old US 66 west of Oklahoma City. A lot of interesting things to see and do. Ooh, awesome. What did your son say when you told them you were going to live in your car, then a van? They were okay with it. They just said, make sure that you stay aware and stay safe. But they know that I'm adventurous and they know that God's going to protect me along the way. So they were not scared for me. Love in inches, not centimeters. Yes. Hand warmers get super hot. Put a lot of layers in between. Okay. Yes. Might look at one of those 0-degree sleeping bags to use when going to a below zero Packers playoff game and sit outside for 4 hours. Yes, we are nuts. Definitely. Definitely. Like, I think if you go to like a, outside game, you got to layer up. Tanya says, with the nose warmers, no one else is doing it. Hey, Tin Soldier, how are you? Happy New Year. Cornbread is still popular. Yes, all the cornbread. That'd be cool. My masks keep my nose warm in the freezing weather here. I like the idea of hand warmer between two masks. Hey, Linda Vargo, in the 60s, we had knit snoot boots to wear in North Dakota weather. That's cute. That's awesome. Hey, that indie girl. Happy New Year. Where are you going when you leave Texas? I'm going to go south because it's warmer. So probably Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, Florida. Let's see. My daughter got me a little sign for Christmas. It says social distancing. I've been practicing. Wait, I lost my place. Oops. Hold on. I've been practicing this my whole life. Go away. That's true. Make DIY hand warmers using rice in small bags. Microwave for 15 seconds. It'll will stay warm 15-20. I've seen those before, those little hand warmers. They are pretty cozy. What are your traveling goals? Waterfalls, see all the quirky things in the US. Yes, and yes, those things. You hit it right on the head. Those are the kinds of things I like. Waterfalls, restaurants, quirky things, things that locals know about that maybe, most people don't. Bungees, no more holes. Yes. I do need to get some more bungees. I wish I could do travel along behind you. I want a van too. You should get a van when you get some time and resources. Yeah, bungees are my best friend. What about overnights in library parking lots? A lot of the library parking lots that I've seen have signs that say no overnight parking. So I think it just depends on the area and if they have any patrols in that area. Because a lot of the, like, I don't know, a lot of the libraries I've seen are like part of like the Parks and Rec or like the community center areas, and those have patrols sometimes. So they're like city facilities. So I don't know about library parking. Yep, cold in Chicago and New York thanks to Canada. For the love of creation, why? Pinnacle, I think you meant pineapple on pizza. Loving the van videos, awesome. Bungees and duct tape for sure. Lasagna does sound pretty good, but I'm feeling like garlic bready today. Like I want to have some good garlic bread. Oh, that's smart, Andra. Is it Andra or Andra? I've seen them with the socks too. Hey, Lori Hayes. Hey, Mama's Boys, Comics, and Living Color. The van build videos were great. I shared with someone on Facebook who asked about, oh, awesome. Thank you. UPS just delivered a box of Christmas presents that didn't make it in time for Christmas. Do I have to wrap them? No, don't put that pressure on yourself. Just hand them out if they're for someone else. That's what I love about your channel, that you show it all and still smile. Oh, thank you so much, Dee. I appreciate that. Have you tried the salt and caramel Milky Way bars? I didn't know they had such a thing. Now I'm going to have to get that. I'm going to write that down, honestly, because I do like a good like salted caramel or like a sea salt and dark chocolate situation. Salt and caramel milk. Oops, lost my place on my notebook. Salt and caramel Milky Way. Low key, since we're talking about food, I had grocery store sushi before the live stream, like about an hour and a half before the live stream. It didn't really agree with my stomach. So I was a little nervous before I came on this live stream because I'm like, okay, this is terrible. And I haven't had sushi in, I don't even know how, like a very long time. And I was like, oh boy. But I took an Imodium, so I'm feeling okay right now. I know that was TMI, but since we're talking about food, do you guys like sushi or do you not like sushi? Because I think there's two camps, like either you like it or you don't like it. That took me forever just to remove my middle seats. Nothing is easy for Felicity. That's what I'm saying. Like, you think it's going to be easy, not easy, but like, it's going to be, work, but it's all the little things like a bolt that gets stuck or like just little things you can't think about. Like you don't have the right size screws or you don't have the right tool and you have to keep going back and forth. And it's just a lot. So I'm glad you can feel my pain. Thanks for posting honest videos. Oh, you're welcome. When I used to ski, hey, Michelle, when I used to ski, my nose would run when cold. I would continuously have to blow. So I'm leery of snoot boots. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true too. Your borders are closed, so you can't get it. Yeah. That's why I love your channel so much. You keep it real, and I really appreciate it because I will be starting a build. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm really glad you guys enjoy that because it's not going to change because I want to keep it real. I mean, I know when I was like starting my van build, I'm like, where's all the real videos? And the ones that I gravitated towards were the ones that were showing like the details and the things that went wrong. So I'm glad that my channel can be that for you as well. No wrap for you until you open those borders. Oh, let's see. Having your dad is a huge blessing. I have no one that I know, so it's hiring strangers. Then that is definitely. That's the same way I feel. Like I think that if I didn't have my dad, who's pretty knowledgeable about building, I don't think. I mean, I know I wouldn't have been able to do what I've done in my van, but I think I would have done one of those no builds where you just kind of. You don't really embark on building things. You just kind of put like, a cot and, maybe just use like jugs of water. I'm pretty sure I would have just went that route because I wouldn't know how to do all those things. So if you can hire people like here and there just to like slowly get it going, I think that that's the way to go. Hey, Paige Morris, how are you? Borders are never fully closed though. True. Packers game means a game of packing. Just stay warm if that's possible at all. Sheepskin nose warmers. Ooh, that sounds cozy. Grant and I both know how we miss the border being opened. I haven't been able to cross since March. Dang. You got to go back to that donut place you went to. Oh, a Meshi, is it Meshes? I will. I will definitely go. If I go back to Louisiana, I will be going to Meshes because those donuts were delicious. Let's see. Oh yeah, Grant. It's always the way with politicians, though. You know, politicians are like, you can't do this, you can't do that, and then you see those politicians doing all the things they told us all not to do. So this channel isn't political, but also I agree with that fact right there. You just got to know where to cross seriously. I've been doing hotel parking lots and Denny's. Oh, I haven't tried Denny's yet, Monique, but hotel parking lots, like I said in my where to park video, turned out to be my favorite because I haven't been questioned at all in hotel parking lots. And then residential is my second favorite, but I haven't tried Denny's, so maybe I'll try Denny's. That's politicians for you. Do as I say, not as I do. Yep. Yeah, politicians are politicians. Park in hospital lots. I haven't tried parking in hospital lots yet. Excuse me. That's like my last resort thing that I'll do because I don't like to take up spaces at the hospital. But I think if there was like nowhere else, I would look for a hospital and see if they had some spots. Waterfalls is where I live. That's awesome. Our provincial politicians went all over for Christmas vacation. I almost died when you almost hammered through your van. I know. I didn't even notice it like until I was here in Texas and I was like filming that part of the video. I was like, oh, what is this? Actually, no, I found out when we were painting the van. That's right. But when I made the video, I was like, this looks really bad. But you know, I don't actually mind too much when things are like a little bit crazy on my van because it is a used van. And I feel like if I take it too seriously about being perfect, then it's just like more annoying. So that's why I don't get too upset about little things that are wrong. I've heard that churches sometimes allow people to park overnight. I have to check that out. I haven't personally yet, but it's also hit or miss because you'd have to probably call the church office to make sure because some of them have signs that say no overnight parking, and you don't want to get like the police coming over telling you to move. Oh yeah, garlic bread. I haven't come across a Cracker Barrel. Yeah, Cracker Barrel parking is hit or miss as well. Indeed, you have seen the pics of Governor Cuomo in New York in a huge New Year's Eve party that show the fraud. Yes. Layer up big time. Have something between your boots and the concrete where you sit. Yes, that's true. Okay, so Mary loves sushi. That is a definition of cold. Oh, and the slutty vegan is in Georgia. I've heard about that, but I heard the slutty vegan has really long lines. So the time when I went to go look at that, to go there pre-COVID, the line was just around the block, and I was like, I'm not gonna wait. Okay, Jay, Team Sushi, and then Rosie's no raw fish. Chris is laughing at my grocery store sushi. Barbara does not go with sushi. Jane, I've only had sushi with cooked seafood, but I love it. Okay. All right, Monique's with the sushi. I know, Eve. It looked good, but I don't know. It just didn't agree with me. No sushi for Felicity. Oh no, well, if you got to go, I almost bought that store sushi today. I was watching them make it. I didn't though. I had to stop buying the salted dark chocolate caramels from Costco. It was too easy to eat too many in a matter of, I feel you on that. I haven't, but let's tread out of that dangerous water politics. True. I like sushi, but not spicy sauce. Kroger's does pretty good. Yeah, I don't like any spicy sauce on mine. We're on sushi now. Yes. I have very short fuse. My van build will be interesting. Just Take it one day at a time, Veronica. That's all I can say. And try not to put too much pressure on yourself. Like if things don't work out, maybe try to move on to the next project and come back if possible. Let's see. Cooked seafood, then rolled with rice. I'm nervous about eating raw seafood. Yes. I like cooked seafood and raw seafood if it's done well. The Milky Ways are in Walmart, bright turquoise packaging. Okay, glad you're in-house and not banned after sushi. Great suggestion on no build. Yes. Yeah. Definitely, Felicity. You will telling Veronica, you will learn how to have patience by the time you finish. You will. There's no other choice. There's gonna be things you have to do, and you'll have to just like take a minute and then come back to it. I put in for an RV sweepstakes to win a Rayco RV. Really want to go to the desert. Ooh, that'd be cool. They're drawing on 31st. Okay, well, prayers up for you. Cracker Barrel parking overnight. Yes. Cracker Barrel, I know they allow RV parking. I don't know about vans and cars, though. The one time I did call a Cracker Barrel, they did not allow, that was in New Mexico, and they did not allow car parking, only RV parking. So I think it depends on the Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel allows overnight. If you are responsible about it and leave during the day, you can do long term. Awesome. My chances would have been 0 right there. If you win an RV, I'm going to steal it or just borrow it and never return it. I pretty much plan to do a no build eventually. I so want to be free of rent and mortgages and property taxes so bad in New York. Yes, Catherine, yes. That's how I felt. I feel the same way about buying my used van. If I had a brand new one, I would be a nut job if I got a scratch. I love my dinged up. That's how I feel, Felicity. That's how I feel like, yeah. It's kind of like having an old pair of sweats that you've like worn for years. It's like, they might be like a little bit ragged, but they feel so comfortable. And that's how I feel about my van. I'm like, I don't want it to be perfect because then I would just be really nervous about somebody like messing it up or getting too close to me. And I'm like, all right, I just want to have like the lived in van look. I got this blanket robe thingy for my daughter and so we can use them when we sleep. Oh, okay. I'm going to copy this link and look it up. I know this is a dangerous game to look up links from chats. Oh, but this looks nice. That looks super cozy, Andra. Super cozy. Or you will meet my two buds, Smith and Wesson. I mean, that's true. Oh, that Indie girl does not like sushi. Debbie is a no on sushi. Eve's given some more hand sanitizer. And now Grandma's sushi. Hey, Terry's Tenacious. How are you? I've heard they have sushi vending machines in some part of Asia. I don't know if I would do it, but I mean, in Asia, maybe. They're just keep putting it in and replenishing it. It's called Bedsure Long Wearable Blanket, Sherpa Blanket Hoodie on Amazon. It's super thick. Is it like, does it shed, Andra? Because I've seen those before, and some people said there was like a good version of them and a like one that sheds, like the Sherpa kind of like flakes off. Oh, Mike Brady, do you know that song? Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up, yum. I don't think, does everybody know that song? I thought that was like my dad and mom, like, I don't know, we grew up with that song. So that's interesting that I've never even really heard anybody else sing that song. I'll call ahead ambulance for you. Let's see. Did your son get to come with you? No, Terry's Tenacious. We figured everything out with the dog. We got the dog to a sitter, and then he wasn't feeling well, so he ended up not being able to come after all. But thanks, a shout out to Jay from Sorgy Stories for organizing the dog sitter, and it didn't work out this time, but you guys came together and just helped out, especially everybody just giving tips and stuff like that. So maybe next time. Hey, Angel Johnson, do you remember your 1985 was a world, a different place, any cell phones in 1985? Dang, in 1985, let's see, I would have been 12. Yeah, there was definitely no cell phones back then. I had a pager though when I was a teenager. No, not a teenager. I didn't get a pager till I was, man, I feel like I got a pager when I was probably 20. I don't know. That was a very long time ago. RVs just seem like too much work. RVs, I think that would be too much for me, just with trying to find parking for that. I feel like my van is already a lot for me. And there's a lot going on, which I'm going to be talking about in future videos, just me driving in this van. But yeah, an RV I think would be way too much for me alone. I feel the same way about my Jeep. She's 30 years old and holding her age well, but I don't worry about scratch. Yes. No cell phones in 1985. Oh, okay. That's good to know, Andrea. I'm going to check that out. 1985, trying to refold a larger paper roadmap on the road. I wrinkled so many of those. Wow, in 1985 was Bill Clinton president. Wow, that seems like so long ago. No shedding so far, but does collect my. Oh, okay. Grant. Oh, you know that song too. Yeah, it's a very bizarre video. Oh, Jay, you know it too. Terry Tenacious, never heard of it. Andrew knows it too. Yes, Dr. Demento, early gross out video on MTV. Never heard that song. I want to see videos of all the great products you test out. Well, I'm going to be trying a lot of different products too. Yeah, fish heads every week for a long time, starting around 1978. Fake Freedom says, nope, not that song. Oh, too sad. Yeah, I know. Glad to, friend. Awesome. Seems wiser to have a mediocre automobile to live in rather than a newer one that someone might want to steal and drive off with you in the night. That's true. That's a good point. I learned so much about RVs, though. I would be good to go. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, T-Dot. Allison, the drug dealer with the pager, so 80s. I mean, I know. Danielle, welcome. Happy New Year. Who remembers nippers and communicating with it by turning numbers upside down? Do not reveal or agree. Please. I don't even know what a nippers is. I'm trying to think of what you're talking about, but I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not going to reveal because. Okay. I was singing Jeremiah was a frog when I was a kid. Oh, awesome. Bill Clinton was president in 1990s. I think Ronald Reagan was president. Oh, dang. That's way old school. I never heard of the Fishhead song. It sounds cute. Check it out. It's weird. It's just weird, but it's just like, it's been in my head forever. Hey, AUA. Thank you so much. I also got another notification, which I need to check out in a second. Thank you very much. Let me give you a shout out. Let me give you. Oh. That's an applause, an explosion. Thank you so much. I appreciate that to the Snack Fund. Very much appreciated. I meant vipers. Oh, vipers. I'm trying to think. No, I'm trying to guess, but I can't remember. Some of my school lunches had tapioca pudding, so someone was sure to sing the fish head song. I do like a good tapioca pudding. I'm taking Auto Mechanics 101. I was clueless and I know lots now, really. No, that's good. You should do your best to learn about like auto and different stuff like that because that's really going to help out. Oh, you were a techno brat. Oh, interesting. Fish head sung by Barnes and Barnes. I remember. I really wanted a pager when I was young. Never got one, but got my first cell phone when I was 16. Oh, dang. Let me check this notification that I got. Hey, Christiane, thank you so much. Happy New Year to you too. Christiane, are you on here still? Shout out to you if you are, and let me know if you're on here. Let's see. Let me give it a minute. Let me see if Christiane is in the house. Okay, Christiane, let me know if you're in the house and I'll give you a shout out. Oh, hey, Danielle Calver, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I appreciate that. I'll give you your shout out while we wait to see if Christiane is in the house. We'll give you the slot machine sound. Thank you so much. I think this whole time I've been calling you Danielle Carver, and now I'm looking at this with my glasses up close, and it says Calver. So this whole time, if I've been saying your name wrong, I'm sorry. But thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. Terry says the Cure song. Yes. Cute green pair, definitely. Let's see. My autocorrect turned vipers into nippers. That sound app is so cute. Yeah, I like this little sound app. Anytime, enjoy your vlogs. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Vipers are nippers. Avoid them at all costs. Don't get bit. That's true. Terry's in the house. Hey, Terry. Hope all's well. Allison looks so much better. Yeah, I'm feeling better every day, more rested every day. And I'm still taking my time to get back into the swing of things. But thank you, and I'm so glad you're here. You really explain solar well to a regular person. Like, oh, I'm glad, because there's a lot to solar. There's a lot to a lot of these things. And the videos that I'm going to be making soon, like plumbing and the wiring of all this stuff, it's going to be very involved. And so I want to do a good job on those. So they might take a little bit longer to edit, but I want to be able to share what I learned along the way. And hopefully it helps other people. Oh, Chris. Oh, I'm sure you've donated before, and I always ask, but I don't associate you with Christiane. But thank you so much, Chris. Let me give you a shout out. Let's give you level complete. Thank you so much, Chris. You are a blessing. Thank you. I appreciate the donation very much. And Terry's a snack from me. Thank you, Terry Tenacious. Let's give you this one. That is delightful. Thank you so much, Terry's Tenacious. Whoa. I hit that one on accident.
Yes. Yes.
That's like a bro sound.
Yes.
Thank you. The sun is going down. Where are you? Dallas, Texas. I'm gonna have to turn on this light in a second. Hi, been listening, but chat never came up. Got out and back in. Got my first cell phone at 49 and oops, lost my place. And I still have it as a backup. Works like a charm. That's awesome. Yeah, I had a pager, and I don't know why, but it was before cell phones. And you know, before we had cell phones and stuff like that, we'd have to, like, if we said we had plans with somebody and then we were like, you know, driving to that person's house and they wanted to send you a message, that's not possible. You would just have to like get to that person's house and then they'd be like, I wanted you to bring something, or I wanted whatever. You couldn't get in touch with anybody. It seems like such a long world ago, but it was a thing. Solar is the best way to go, in my opinion. Yes. Yes. Just call me Danny. Okay. Danielle, I'll call you Danny. I'll try to remember. It's funny because having so many of you in the snack pack, it's like maybe being like a teacher, because you have to remember everybody, all the kids' names. Not that you guys are kids, but I'm just saying it's like I always try to remember. And the difference though is that all of you guys, well, not all of you, but a lot of you have like different screen names than real life names. So I'm always trying to like play the game, like, okay, who's this person? Who's this person? And I enjoy it, but at the same time, if I ever mess anything up, just know that I am trying. Let's see. Terry's happy your dad is getting him. Oh, yes. Oh, I missed it. Okay. Thank you to everyone for your prayers the other night. And my dad is, oh, good. Hopefully his spirits are still up as well. Yes, yes, yes. Such a great community here and supportive. Thank you all. I know that was the power. Yes, indeed. Hallelujah. You guys type wicked fast. Yes. If you watch the movie Soul, the Pixar movie, do so. Is it just called Soul? I'm writing it down. Hey now, slapping that like will bring joy and thank you. Yes, indeed. Yes, Mr. Rogers jingle. Yes. Take the time editing your videos. I enjoy it. Thank you very much. Losing You in the Dark, DJ Allison. I know, I'm going to turn on the light in just a second. I meant if you can watch Soul, do so. Okay. I wrote it down, so I'm going to look it up. Danny, I have that pen that says no in all kinds of ways. Let's see. You must sleep great on YouTube live nights. It's like reading a book. I sure do. Like after this live is done, I'm always like wiped out and I'm like, oh, it's a good night's rest. Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna turn the lights on. Ah. I'm back. Is that better? Okay, yeah, that's way better. Okay, let's see. Can we get some light in your back? Okay, yes. All right. So are you born and bred in SoCal? Seeing the country, doesn't that make you feel like Cali's? Yes, yes. I was born in California. Never lived anywhere else. And yeah, like especially when I'm getting gas, it's like night and day. And also, yeah, like I feel California's just gotten way too expensive. Now I get supply and demand, and everyone wants to live by the beach. But also, not to be a jerk, and I mean, I love California. I'm from California, but not to be a jerk, but also it's like, does it really have to be that expensive? Everyone should be able to have a chance to live somewhere nice. And don't get me started on that. I think California is very expensive. Grant, thank you so much for the 20. It's like, it's just such a blessing. I appreciate it very much. And I have a special shout out for Grant. Oh, an explosion. That my finger hit that one, but let's give you. Oh, no, that's not yours. Wrong one. Hold on. I almost forgot for a second there. It's like a new year. I'm like, whoa, that's not the same sound. All right, so I got your air horn, but thank you so much, Grant. Grant has been around with the Travel Snacks since. Grant, have you been here before we hit 1,000 subscribers? I think so, right? It's been a long journey, but also not that long because we just hit 1,000 subscribers the last day of February of last year. And currently we are at, let me check, 15,865 subscribers. So we're almost to 16,000 subscribers. And the snack pack is growing and it makes me super happy because like the community is so great. There's so much I want to do this year. So I don't want to get ahead of myself because right now I'm just trying to get through these van build videos and get acclimated to my van. But there's so many things that I want to do this year with the snack pack and stuff like that. Oh, hold on a second. Getting another Terry, another $20. You guys, it's like you guys are very generous. That's all I can say. It's not necessary, but I truly appreciate every donation to the snack fund, and it's amazing. And you guys know that all the money goes directly towards the van. The rest of fixing up the van build, anything for the van, and all these like gas and travel things. So I truly appreciate it very much. I'm going to give you your shout out, Terry, because you are so awesome. We'll give you this one.
It shoots, he
so much. Terry, you are amazing. For years, there was a sign with signs along the highway saying phone. Oh, 1/4 of a mile. Yes, the call boxes. Yes. Not a lot of people know about those. Or next exit, pull over and look for change and hope the person who used the phone ahead of you wasn't infectious. True. Terry is tenacious. Yes. I haven't seen Soul, I don't think. I don't know why it says my real name because my screen name is Danny Girl. Oh, interesting. Or stop at a payphone, then you needed 25 cents, and towards later you could not even find a payphone. Now my grandma had Facebook. Yes. Yeah, you'd have to find a payphone if you needed to get in touch with somebody. Just called Soul. Rhea has seen it. She is neutral about the movie. Interesting. I need to change it. Okay. Allison again lights up a room with her presence. Thank you. I'm cleaning and listening. No clue what a nipper or ripper is. Let's see. Oh, with Jamie Foxx? Okay, I don't know about that one. I was born in Cali. It was expensive back then, and I was born in 1990. 1990, that's so recent. It seems like. Yes, I love the beach, but California is horribly expensive, but it's beautiful. True. Stay away from Cali, too much lockdown. Also true. I had to make shrimp chow mein noodles while waiting on my lasagna. That sounds good. Cali gas is way too much. Also true. Why does YouTube take 30% robbery? I don't know. I mean, like I've said before, it's their platform, so I can't really complain. But also 30%, that seems like, calm down. Yes, I've been here since the very first live chat. Only missed one live chat in May. Yes, yeah. And my first live chat was when I was in Louisiana, like in March. So yeah. Let's see. So many people are leaving Cali. That's true. Including me. I left Cali. I was born in California too. Please don't tell my fellow Washingtonians. How do you say that? Washingtonians? That I'll never admit that publicly around here. Hawaii is worse. Oh yeah, I've heard that in Hawaii, like, I don't know. People could be exaggerating, but maybe it's true. Like milk is like $8 and bread is very expensive. It's just like the basics because of all the tourists. With van life, you can afford to have the best view every day. That's true. That is what I look forward to when I am a van lifer. Yes. So like even when I was in my car, like I'd park in some hotel parking lots that'd be like on like these nice lakes, and it was just nice. You'd have a nice sunset every morning, and I don't know, it just makes you appreciate things a lot more. I lived in Cali after being born and raised in Kansas City. It was expensive, but I loved it. Yes. I mean, I love Cali, but it's just too expensive. So many piecing out of New York also. Those two states are like, yes, they are like twins. Let's see. Aw, you guys are so sweet. If California is an expensive place to live, is that why so many tents are going up and the people leaving? It's so crazy because you have so many people that are like the highest money, and then the people that are like having the hardest time, and it's just very difficult to rectify that in your mind. Like, how are so many people suffering? But I think a lot of people are leaving the more expensive areas, and people are leaving Hawaii also. Yes. Your sons must get such a kick out of you. They actually know how much work a YouTube channel takes. It's a job. You just make it look easy. Oh, thank you. It is a lot of work. And they had their channels going full force before I really started getting serious with my YouTube channel. And so I saw how long, how much work it takes. But also they're younger, and so they're faster with their editing. So they could probably edit a video in like 2 to 2.5 hours. Whereas me, it takes me like 6 to 8 hours. But I will say, on a side note, our channels are all very different. So their channels consist of them sitting in one spot and filming, not one take, but one sitting. And my videos have a lot of clips, a lot of parts, and over a lot of different days. And so it does take, like, travel videos and like building videos, they do take quite a bit more because you have to piece things together and make it make sense. And you have to, like, I don't know, it's a lot, but it's great. I do enjoy it. It's just, I wish I was able to hire an editor for some of the parts, and eventually I will, because that'll help me get my videos out faster. Everyone is moving to the Midwest or South. That's true. Hawaii is super expensive. Thank you so much for this channel. Oh, thank you, Grant. Thank you guys for being here. It's been a blessing. I've lived in LA for 5.5 years. I would have never been able to afford to buy a house, have a house in Ohio that would probably cost $500,000. That's crazy. The snack pack never disappoints. That's so true. Now you can afford to go get those donuts in Louisiana and some Starbucks. That's facts. That's true. I always put a little stash aside for food as well. I'm really good with my money. I'm a very frugal person and I don't overspend on a lot of things, but I have my little, like, emergency fund. I have my little fund in case like I need a hotel room for a night if it gets like too cold or too hot. And then I have my little, of course, snack fund and my gas fund. So I always make sure that I am a good steward of my money and any money that comes in from the snack pack. Great, my noodles are too hot to eat. Oh, it'll cool down soon. My mother sewed 20 cents into the hem of my clothes, so I would always have money for a payphone. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. I have friends in Hawaii, they're having a hard time making it. Oh my gosh. Oh, so much of the economy relies on tourism. That's true. Agreed. And thanks for the hilarious and real Vanville videos. The editing comments cracks us up. Love the high-pitched voices rap in the roof one the other day. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hey, Janaya! Happy New Year. Got company coming in a bit, but I wish you all peaceful New Year. Thank you so much. I'm glad you popped in. And yes, Grant does a great job. Hey, I'm from Washington State. Oh, awesome. So many places are dying without tourism. Also true. People leave the West, then they come back. The West gets in your blood. That's all. Yeah, I think so too. Grant is the best because he never kicks me out. Let's see. I moved to Ohio from Brooklyn, New York for affordability. I live 1 mile from downtown Dayton, historic neighborhood of the 1800s homes. Walking distance to the water would be $25,000 to $3,000 a month in New York. That's like California. Many people are leaving New York. Yes, Allison, it wouldn't be the same without your talented. Oh, thank you. Terry is tenacious. It's a lot of work editing. Yes, it certainly is. Yours is the only live stream I visit. Oh, thank you, Janaya. I'm so glad you're here. Armella TR. Jeannie, how are you? Welcome. Let's see. Hey, Richard. I don't even think I knew your name this whole time. PDX Trailer Guy. So it's good to know your actual name. Glad you're here. Let's see. I'm looking forward to traveling. The voices make it. I'm looking forward to you traveling. The voices make it awesome. Loved the last video. Hilarious. Oh, good. I do like to spice it up and make it fun so it's not a boring video. Allison, would you ever buy one of those small jet boil cookers if you use in your car? I was thinking about, what is a jet boil cooker? I don't know. I haven't heard of that. Jane Grayman, if he lives in a small apartment in Manhattan, it's $4,000 a month, but he's a major in the Marines, teaching in 3 colleges. So Marines paying. Oh, dang. The window to the wall edit was awesome. Yeah. That song is like, that's always a jam. Whenever you get that song at a club, I haven't been to a club in ages, but it's the jam. Miami is the same, expensive and low pay, the worst. Yeah, all the ones around the coast, all those communities are going to be the expensive ones. Ours up here average $1,200 to $1,500 a month. I only stay because of my kids, but they may leave, then I'm out of there. That's pretty much how it was for me. I haven't really followed my notes today because we've had a very lively conversation, which is fine with me. All I had on here was Happy New Year, which we've said plenty of times. So Happy New Year. I talked about cornbread. Did I talk about getting guacamole at the store nearby? I've gotten their guacamole is legit. I've gotten it a couple times. But the one thing I did want to talk about real quick, and then we're going to move on to some games. My son had never been to Waffle House. I was like, what are you doing with your life? So, like, well, if you follow my Instagram, which if you're not, you should follow, it's _travelsnacks_. I've shared plenty of times that I love Waffle House. And on my last car journey, I was going to Waffle House all the time. Not that it's healthy for you. Not that you should eat it all the time, but I feel like it's a wonderful place. And so there was a Waffle House within just a few miles of his house. And I'm like, we need to go. So last night we went over to the Waffle House and they're open 24 hours. And you can dine in here in Texas. So I got a waffle and some hash browns. And when I get their hash browns, I get them smothered and covered. And that means that has melted cheese and grilled onions. Now I don't like raw, like white crunchy onions or any raw onions, but those grilled onions, that flavor is so good. And I was so full last night. I went to bed and I felt like so nice and cozy. I think one of my favorite waffles is from Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in the Los Angeles area. But are there any specific places that you guys like to go for waffles? Because I love Waffle House waffles. And I don't know. Maybe some people don't like waffles, but I do. Let's see. Happy New Year and congratulations on the Finnish fan. Yes, thank you so much, Jeannie. I'm here for my mother for now. My sis might take over since I am being threatened to be kicked out. Oh, dang. Awesome. Now you want a waffle, Grant? Gotta go, but I'll see y'all next week. Thank you, Mary, for being here. Have a blessed week. Waffles and fried chicken. Now that's a combo. Oh, yeah. It's delicious, Veronica. You should try it. It's like sweet and savory. Do I like mozzarella sticks? I do like mozzarella sticks. It's not my number one appetizer that I get, but I do like a good mozzarella stick if it's really crispy on the outside. I don't like, obviously, when it's soggy, but I do like a good mozzarella stick. Mimi loves Waffle House. Oh, yes. I didn't have it with grits yet, though. I haven't had their grits. So actually, that's going to be something that I'll have to put on my little checklist of things to eat, the Waffle House grits. So thanks for reminding me to try that, Mimi. You are what you eat it is said, politicians must eat a lot of waffles. Sorry, I know I shouldn't speak of politics, but that's actually funny. Oh, Felicity, you make some good waffles? Oh, IHOP. Let's see. IHOP has some okay waffles, I think. I never get waffles at IHOP, though. I usually get like French toast or something. COVID dining out restrictions definitely depend on where you definitely. No Waffle House here. Oh, okay. There's no Waffle House in California, so I always love it when I'm like in Midwest and over to the east. You know, you can make waffles on camp stove. They make irons that are not electric there. Yes, I've heard about that, and I might figure that out on the road. IHOPs around here are closed down. Oh, dang. I make my own food, so I know what's in it. That's a good thing to do as well. Love a good waffle from the Waffle House. Yes. I haven't tried their pecan waffles yet, but I heard they're delicious. Funny, I was just saying, Allison, always talking about food. Yes. I went to the Waffle House once. They mopped the floor by my table and got dirty mop water. Ew, that's bad practice. Don't do that. I would have left too. That's gross. Be careful taking footage in national parks and federal lands. Some YouTubers have been fined because they didn't get a filming license, which runs $200 a day, especially. Oh yeah, there's always like a lot of like signs. Like when I was in what is my brain forgot not Yellowstone, the one in California, Yosemite. My brain was blank for a second. In Yosemite, they had big signs all over the place, no drones, no drones. And there's been plenty of like nature places that says no drones. So yeah, I usually try to pay attention to the signs. And if I'm going to go somewhere, sometimes I'll look, like mostly I'll look it up because I want to get some facts about where I'm going, but also just to check stuff like that, because a lot of places do have like, they only want professional stuff done of certain areas. So it is very important. But I'm glad you brought that up, Terry, because I know there's several people on here that have channels, and it's a good idea to always like make sure that you're doing the best to follow the rules. Shrimp and grits is delicious as well. I haven't had that in a long time too. Maybe a solar waffle maker for the band. Ooh, not sure if there's such a thing. That would be pretty cool. I like the waffles you get as a free breakfast in some hotels. I love those, Eve. The ones that you make, you pour the little cup in there and you flip it and you flip it. Those are delicious if they have a good batter. I had mine great waffles at Disney, overpriced with, ooh, I've never had Disney waffles. Mike says I love Waffle House, but because of COVID, I don't go in there. It's too small. Oh yeah. They weren't even low key. They weren't even like every other table in it last night. Everybody, it wasn't packed, but it was people like in pretty much almost all booths. But there was actually, all the booths were taken up, so we had to sit at the counter. But on the counter, they did have like, 2 chairs, then a blank chair, then 2 chairs, then a blank chair. So I guess they tried a little bit. Indeed, my car couldn't make inspection in 2020, so I had to give it up for a $1,500 repair. We will see. I've never been a fan of waffles. My ex used to work at Waffle House, and I never liked anything. Oh, dang. Jeannie loves mozzarella sticks. Even I'm allergic to them. Yeah, I'm lactose intolerant, but listen, I got the lactose pills, so I still get on those cheese and stuff. Best waffle mix. Oh, Krusty's does have a good waffle mix. Let's see. Well, at least they are shaped like Mickey. Veronica, yes. Gladys Knight chicken and waffles in Maryland. Ooh. I gotta write that down. Gladys Knight chicken and waffles. Speaking of cornbread, I have made a sweet cornbread using this recipe. Now I'm craving it. Ooh, let's see. Moist, sweet cornbread sounds delicious. Oh, yum. That looks delicious. That looks like a cake cornbread. Yum. Yosemite Sam, yes. Whoops, this one is easier and better. Oh, okay, let's see. Oh, cornbread chili kind of day. Let's see. That other one looked good though. Oh, that's what the Jiffy mix. I've had the Jiffy mix, and that's also delicious. Uh-oh. Grant's asking about grits. Crazy combos out there. This grits, you have to try grits, Grant. I don't think grits are as good as cornbread, but depending on the way you make it, it could be, because there's a lot of different ways to make grits. Like you can make sweet grits or savory grits. You got to try grits, actually. You have to. Yes, I think I do agree with like the drone stuff too, because like Mimi is saying, drones disturb and threaten wildlife. And if you're not experienced with drones, you're gonna crash your drone into something. It could fall into water, or it could hit a tree that's like, I don't know. I'm just making that up. It could do some damage is what I'm trying to say. So I think I agree with that. Getting some Java. Oh, if I have coffee now, I'll never get to sleep. But that sounds really good. This is like cornbread all over again. Exactly, Eve. Grant, I don't know. You're going to have to try it. Oh no, here we go again, Grant. Challenge to Grant to make him some grits. I mean, at least Grant puts his effort in, and he like made the cornbread from scratch, and now you're gonna have to make some grits from scratch. Had shrimp and grits for the first time in Georgia. Shrimp and grits are delicious, but you got to do it right. Like the shrimp and grits, they got to be super creamy and delicious. So I don't know. I think it's also some people don't like that, but I do. My oldest bought me a little bitty waffle iron, make the size of an Eggo waffle. Oh my God, how cute is that? Love anything with pecan. I love pecans, Catherine. That's like one of my favorites. Like my favorite cookie of all is this cookie. It's a chocolate chip pecan cookie, and the company is called Not As Famous Cookie Company in Georgia. So when I get over there, I'm going to try to find them. It's a cookie truck, but I think they just opened a store or are going to open up a store. It's a little expensive, but they're delicious in my opinion. Grits are like a cream of wheat, but made of cornmeal, thick and filling. You can find grits as a mix in grocery stores. Yes, definitely. I need to mail you some grits, Grant, definitely. Allison's so cool, low key. This and that with Brenda. What pills? I have a sensitive stomach. Do tell. Oh, the lactose pills. They're called Lactaid. You can get them at Walmart. And you just take one before you eat something dairy, and it like does something with the enzymes in your stomach so that, you know, sometimes it doesn't work 100%, but I'd say most of the time, if you have the Lactaid pills, just take one pill. It's like a little supplement thing, and you can eat some dairy. Those Belgians are big squares. Yes. I don't like the Belgian waffles that are like too crispy on the outside. I like it to be like just a thinner waffle with like a crisp and then like a soft center. Grant's gonna have to be on the search. I detoured from my lasagna and took tuna casserole. Oh, tuna casserole is delicious too, though. Grant, Eve, you're not missing anything when it comes to grits. Born Southern and hate grits. Oh, dang. I can't even look at you right now, Grant. That's funny. I'll send you just one grit, Grant. You can try it. Grits taste better with melted butter. That's facts. Hate to make this a short stay, but got to get some work on the van while they're still. I understand that, Richard. So have a good afternoon or evening or whatever time it is, and good luck on the van. Checking for everything online before you go sounds like a great idea. Yes. I wonder if I can find grits here. You might be able to find grits. Back to what you said, Catherine, though, like it's a fine line for me because I really do like to do a lot of research, but I don't like to do too much research because I like to go in with not like all the expectations, because I like to be kind of curious and surprised, especially because I'm making videos and I want to have my natural reaction. So I try to learn as much as I can in terms of like requirements or like things that are, if there's some danger involved, but I try to like not read up too much on a place until I've already experienced it. And then I'll usually go back when I'm doing my video and I'll learn more about it so I can tell more to the story. So I don't know if that's helpful to anybody, but if you are like a person that likes to explore places and things, try not to learn all the things in advance, because then it takes away like the whimsy of it. Okay, I'm going to try to read through these comments quickly because we've been talking for like almost 2 hours and we haven't even played any games yet. And I think I started this off with talking about waffles, which is not a bad thing, but I talked about slowing down. I'm going to be more like mindful about my things that I'm doing. And the last thing I want to talk about real quick is I'm still fixing things in my van, like the cabinet, the window coverings, and I need to organize. And then, like I said before, I'm probably going to be back in my van in the next couple days. So I'm thinking that maybe next Saturday I'll be coming to you guys from an undisclosed location in Texas. And it'll be the first time I'll be trying to do a live in my van. So that should be interesting because I have a Wi-Fi booster or a cell booster, and we'll see if it works. But anyway, let me finish these comments and then we'll play some games. Yeah, I wonder if they do have grits in Canada. That's interesting. Hey, Gina Wyatt, how are you? Oh, you love grits? Yes, grits can be very delicious. Oh, Terry doesn't like grits. Ooh, garlic cheese grits. That sounds good. They are bomb. Oh, awesome. Yes, Mike, please get Grant some grits. I'm sure you can get a grits mix from Amazon, Grant. Yes. Don't waste good grits on Grant. Man, that's a lot of G's. Not a grits fan. Cream of wheat, about as close. I don't know about cream of wheat. I'm not like a huge cream of wheat fan, but I do like some good grits, especially like the creamy, cheesy grits. That's like my favorite kind of grit, or if like a lot of butter. I was raised on potatoes. Potatoes are legit too. Is it possible at 74 years old, I've never had grits? That's possible. That's possible because I think grits is not like, I mean, it's very popular in the South, but maybe not in a lot of other places. So my dad used to make grits, scrambled egg, sausage, and buttered toast. Oh my gosh. For Sunday mornings, great breakfast and a great memory of him. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. That's a full-on delicious breakfast. I haven't had one of those like solid breakfasts, like where you have all the things in a long time. Did they have plexiglass between the booths at Waffle House? I only get to go when I visit Tennessee and Carolinas. I don't think there was plexiglass. They didn't have menus though. You had to put your phone on the little like QR code or whatever they call it. You had to scan it and you had to look at the menu on your phone. I guess I didn't really look around that much. I don't know. I didn't see like a lot of plexiglass, and when I paid, there wasn't glass, so no. My cousin Vinny movie says it takes 20 minutes to cook grits. That's what I always think about when I think about grits, that movie, Dwayne. So I'm glad you brought that up. Sounds like Sundays in my house growing up, Jane. Oh, that sounds so nice. Catherine, they have plenty of dirty mop water. Top that with biscuits and white gravy. That's my dad, Terry. If we go to breakfast, he has to have biscuits and gravy. Like it's his number one favorite breakfast. It's a texture reminds me of mush I ate as a kid. Oh no. I went on a road trip to eat a steak and cheese sub from Pat's Sub Shop and from Gino's Sub Shop across the street in South Philly. Now that was a snack. I will travel really far for a snack. That's on my bucket list, Felicity, is to get the Philly cheesesteaks in Philly from those two competing shops. So that's on my list. Yes, biscuits and gravy. I get so sleepy when I eat. Yes, I take Lactaid. As well, it works most of the time. Yes. Are there Cracker Barrels in Canada? They have grits. I don't know if they have Cracker Barrel in Canada. I made a nut roast the other day, and it really good, both warm and cold. What is a nut roast? No grits, forget tuna casserole. Oh, Tanya doesn't like tuna casserole. Fish head casserole, eat it up, yum. Do you think you could have your van without help? You mean like do you think I could have built it without help? No. Well, I want to clarify that. Like I could have done some things without help. But the way that I built my van, no, definitely not. Like if my parents didn't help me, no, definitely not. I'm moving into my caravan on Monday. Ooh, Jeannie, you have to keep us posted. Welcome back, Barbara. Sheila says, every time my family went on vacation to Florida, we would stop at a restaurant in Georgia called Candyland, and we had to all make sure we asked for toast, not grits. Oh, dang. And let's see. If you tell them you've never had grits and cornbread, they'll let you cross over, Grant. Probably. They'll toss you over. Crowley, Texas here. Awesome. South side of Fort Worth. Oh, awesome. But Candyland restaurant was magical. That sounds magical. Hey, RJ Souza. Aloha to you too. Cold milk, Quaker oats, and sugar. Oh, that sounds good. Hey, is Buddy in the house? Missing you and Mom. I don't think my dad's on here. I don't know. I've talked to them a few times. My dad sent me a list of things I have to get done before I leave Texas. He's like, you got to get new windshield wipers. You got to install your CO2 detector. You got to get a good flashlight. So I have my list that I have to do before I leave. Grits were born in the South. RJ says, never had grits. Got to try them. That makes sense. I do like to explore, but researching for rules and safety like bears. Yes, like bears. Hey, Mario. Yes, polenta. Much love from Hawaii. I really enjoy your content a lot. Can you do us a solid and show us some love back by saying, is it boto? I'm not sure. What does it mean? Let me know. I've only had grits 1 or 2 times. Yeah, I haven't had a lot of grits, but I have had grits and they are good. JK, locals say those are not the best in Philly. That's what I've heard too. And so I want to, like, when I get to Philly at some point, I want to like hear from like other people, like tell me where's like, you know, the hidden kitchen so that I can get like the real Philly cheesesteak. Hey, Sterling Silva from the UK. Welcome. Who else grew up with white bread sugar cereal? White bread sugar cereal? I don't even know what that is. Yes, we're getting close to game time. Cracker Barrel pancakes with maple syrup go crazy. I've never tried that. The only thing I've had at Cracker Barrel was like their dumplings, chicken and dumplings, and they're delicious. I was raised on white bread. Lost my place. Oh, Tim Hortons. I love Tim Hortons. The dish came from a Native American Muskogee tribe's recipe in the 16th century. Indian corn similar to hominy or maize. Oh, awesome. Wonder Bread and Captain Crunch. Still eat Captain Crunch and mix it with Cheerios. Captain Crunch is really good. And also, Wonder Bread is delicious. Up here, we gnaw on the cob since we were babies. That's awesome. CO2 detector is a must, please. Yes, definitely. I love Tim Hortons. A good bagel is something I'll eat any time of the day. I love a good bagel, too. You're very lucky with his support. Definitely. Yeah, if I didn't have my dad, and I mean, my mom, too, like she put in a lot of help as well. I wouldn't have been able to do the van the way it is today. Poutine, I make it about once a week in my kitchen. That's so crazy. Oh, Mary C. She left already, but she sent a $5 Cash App donation. Thank you so much, Mary. I know you're probably gone already, but I'm going to give you a shout out anyway. Thank you so much, Mary. Very supportive. Let's see. It's different nuts, celeriac, onion, egg, and some more mixed together and baked for almost an hour. Ooh, that sounds good. Captain Crunch cuts the roof of your mouth. Yes. I'm pretty sure there's no Cracker Barrel in Canada. We only got them in New York a few years ago. I did really enjoy the poutine. It does squeak, and I loved it. Do you guys get Country Crisp over there? I don't know what Country Crisp is. Captain Crud, glass shards in every bite. The pancakes are delicious at Cracker Barrel. I will try that whenever I get near a Cracker Barrel. Chicken and dumplings are delicious. Game time, yes. Okay, I haven't cooked chicken and dumplings in ages. Too much food talk. Your tummy hurts. Okay. What about best snacks when there's no food in the house? Light toast with butter and grape jelly. That's a good snack. I do like a good toast and jam. Ooh, cinnamon toast with white bread is also a hit. All right, so okay, so you guys remember when we were doing like Would You Rather? Anyone love bread with cinnamon sugar? I do. I do love cinnamon toast. Like I love that. So we were talking about doing the Would You Rather game, but then there was like a few suggestions for trying a new game called If. So we have been talking for a long time today. So I have a lot of different questions, so we're not going to go down this road today. So I'm trying to think of what's the best route to take for these questions. Let's see. Let me read this comment and then we'll move on. Um, is this the new game? Yes. Anyone love bread? Okay, yes. Okay, this is not a food question, but have you ever thought of a camper CRV? I've thought about it, but I think an RV is too big for me just as a single person. But if I had a partner, maybe. Allison, what you snacking on today? I was snacking on grocery store sushi, and this morning I had a Starbucks and I had an Impossible sausage sandwich, which is like the vegan, vegetarian version of their sausage sandwich. Ooh, brown sugar on toast. My kids think I'm weird. Can't wait to tell them. What's even better when there's no food? Light toast with butter and syrup. That's true. I always love chatting. Okay, so this is what I have. Let me tell you, this is kind of a would you rather of its own. Okay, I wrote down one what if question, two would you rather questions, and then two like more in-depth conversation questions. So I think I'm going to scratch the in-depth conversation questions because that's going to take us, we're going to be on here for 3 or 4 hours, and low key, it's going to be dinner time soon. And so I know there's a lot of you that are in different areas that probably want to move on with your Saturday. Sausage and sushi. No wonder you, exactly. I had iced coffee with all of my cream and sugar, store-bought sushi, and then I had like a vegan sausage sandwich. It's not a good look. I'm not starting off my new year very well with the eating. Sliced bread, pizza sauce, and sliced cheese. Ooh. Save the in-depth for next week. Yes. Okay, so okay, so do you guys just want to have like one what if question and just have that one? Because I think it's going to be a lot of people talking. Or do you guys want to just do the 2 would you rather questions? Because I think it's going to be too much to do all of it. So we can either do the would you rather or the one in-depth question. It's not super in-depth, but you know. Yeah, Tanya, exactly. And Lori, yes, not a good combo. It's already Sunday here. It's 1. Oh, dang. More next time. Yes. Okay. Yep. One what if, your choice. One question. Funny to see so many that know what it's like when there's no food in the house. Yes. One what if. Would you rather? In-depth question. One what if. Okay. So we have more, I think, that want to do the one what if question. Okay. Let's do the one what if question. Because we can always do would you rathers anytime. And I'm going to bring those back here and there, but I think this will be fun to like get our new first year snack chat Saturday with like a what if question. Okay, so the question, and I'm probably not gonna be able to read all of your responses depending on how many respond, but this is gonna be new. So let's jump in and see what happens. Hey, Jaden, how are you? Okay, so the question is, what if you woke up in another country with no luggage and no phone, and you only had your ID and a little bit of American money? Like, we'll just say like $20 American money. So you had enough to maybe like, I don't know, get a little food or get like transportation somewhere, but not enough money to like get a hotel or whatever. So what would you do what would be the first thing you did if you woke up in another country, didn't speak the language? Like, I'm talking about a country that has a different language and you were just like, didn't know what to do. What would be the first thing you would do? Variety is the spice of life, yes. Okay, so Terry said, I'd cry. Lori says, sounds like getting stuck in the airport. Terry said, go to the U.S. Embassy. That's a good start. Mike said, I hope that I am in an English-speaking country. Rhea says, go to the U.S. Embassy. Okay. No, this is not an English-speaking country. It'd be a country that's like not, you don't know the language. I'd book it to the American Embassy. T-Dot, go to the dollar store. Carol says, go to a hotel. Claudia says, call the U.S. Embassy. Carol says, free food. Smart. Wonder how I ended up with American money. Okay, no. Okay, so sorry. That's very American. Okay, so if you wake up in another country and you only have your country's currency on you. So the currency that you normally use. So I said American because I'm American, but that's very American classist or whatever you want to call it. But yes, if you usually live in Europe, then you'd only wake up with euros, but you'd be waking up in a country that doesn't use euros, if that makes sense. Gina says, look for a sugar daddy. I love it. See, this is the cool part of this game, the what if game, is that it shows like a lot of creativity and a lot of cleverness and some humor. And also it helps us all to think outside of the box because we all have different thought patterns. And I'm really glad we're trying this new game. Call home for reinforcements. That's a good one. And Mario says, ask myself what happened last night. Oh, that's a good one. You're like, how did I get here? And what did I do? Find a person with a cell phone and call home. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Do you guys know anybody's phone number by heart? Like any family or friends? Like if you were like, oh, I need to use your cell phone, would you be able to know somebody's phone number by heart? I only know, well, actually, I know my mom and dad's number and my 2 sons' number. And that's it. Like, I don't know anybody else's phone number by heart. The very first thing, buy some grits with your American money grit. I mean, you might as well. U.S. Embassy for the win. Yes, I did in Germany. Mine, I'm black too. It was hell. I felt like a fish out of water. Thank God for Embassy. Oh, wow. So you actually had this experience. Terry says bake for snacks. That feels like some kind of answer I should give. I'd be like, listen, I want to try all the international snacks. So can you spare some snacks? I'd be out the door and exploring and making new friends. Plus it helps. I speak 3 languages. What languages do you speak, Sheila? That's awesome. That happened to a friend of mine when we traveled to England. Oh, dang. Not an English-speaking country. I would shut up and not say a word. Debit credit cards are usually good overseas. Trade with someone in a bar for their currency. That's smart. The airline lost her luggage and she lost her passport. Go to the U.S. Embassy. Yes. Then call Grant. Sugar daddy. Good idea. Put the 20 in a hat and start dancing or playing a mime on the street. Oh, T-Dot's making some money off of that money. Felicity's gonna cry. My old house when I was a kid. I'd still cry. I do not even know mine. Oh, you don't know your number? Oh, you only have, oh, Tanya, you only know your old house phone number and that's it? You can always call Jenny at 8675309. I wonder if that number goes anywhere. I wouldn't want to live in California because of earthquakes and tsunamis. I don't think California's had a tsunami. I mean, I was there all my life and I never heard of that, but earthquakes for sure. Can you, any other phone number than your own? I mean, are you saying can you call? Yeah, in this scenario, you can call whoever you want to call if you know their number. I would first walk away from the populated area and figure out their movements and observe, then start speaking English, as most nations now do. Get to a free phone, or if it's a great country, stay. Awesome. I try using gestures to find out where my embassy is. Okay. Okay, Terry said, see where I am first. Let's see. I always remember everyone's number by heart. I don't trust cell phones. Ooh, that's smart. That's really smart. I should probably memorize a few other people's phone numbers because especially being on the road, you never know. Or at least have like something written down. I don't know. But then if you lose, like if it's in your purse or your wallet, and you lose that, then you wouldn't have numbers. So yeah, probably memorization is a good idea. French, Spanish, and English. Oh, okay. So, wow, that's awesome. Going to learn Italian with the languages I speak, I'm able to speak to a lot of. I bet you can. Those are some really solid languages that like a wide population speaks. So that's excellent. I tried to learn French in high school, and I basically just learned the numbers. And then I tried to learn Spanish, and I only learned like a little bit of Spanish because I didn't really apply myself. So maybe at some point, but I might be too lazy for it. A tsunami hit Crescent City, California 1 year ago. That's near the Oregon State. Oh, dang. Maybe I don't know. I never heard of it. I wrote them down in a book. Oh, that's smart. But do you remember any other number besides your own? I only can my own. I do remember my parents' phone numbers. I mean, I know them, and my son's phone numbers. And actually, I know my ex-husband's phone number because we were married, and I just remember that. But other than that, like, I don't remember anybody's phone number. 911. I used to know everyone's number, but now I never dial them. Yeah, same. Back in the day, I knew a lot of numbers, but not now. Wait, what's the number for 411? Oh, you taught French and Spanish? Oh, so then you're really solid in those languages. I can speak Danish, English, and understand Swedish and Norwegian and a little bit of German. Oh, Jeannie, you got it going on. The Crescent City tsunami happened a long time ago. Oh, okay. Hey, Allison, that is a thought. Maybe you should buy one of those cheap prepaid phones just in case something happens to yours on the road. Yeah, I was thinking like, because you never know. You never know. I don't know. I was thinking about some alternative stuff just in case, but that's going to be something I think about. And if I decide on like some things like this, I'll make a video about it, what I do. But yeah, I think that could be a good thing. Check into rehab because I obviously have a drinking problem if I'm waking up in a foreign country with $20 and I have no idea how I got there. Janaya is going to cry and pray. If I call myself, I won't be home. Oh, man. I do need to memorize several phone numbers. That is important. Yes. They are making society that way. Get rid of books. Kids don't know how to write in cursive. Go figure. Yeah, they don't teach cursive. Like, especially, like, I don't know when it stopped, but I know when my boys went to school, they no longer were teaching cursive. And I was like, what? All the good stuff is being, like, taken away. I think cursive's a nice thing to have, Grant, you either have a drinking problem or you're traveling with me. I know German because I am, and English some Bosnian. Oh, wow. Write E numbers on small paper, laminate it, pin inside of your clothing. Oh, that's interesting. That's a good tip. We had landlines and we knew them. Yes, exactly. When we had landlines, we had to know these things. Or we'd have like the little address books that you'd get at Pick and Save. Do you guys remember Pick and Save, which is now Big Lots? We would go there and we'd get the little like address book that was like small and you just like write real small in there and you carry it with you. It's funny. I don't know what I would do to answer this question. I don't know what I would do if I woke up in another country. I think like my first reaction would be to assess the surroundings. I forget who said that, but I think that'd be my first instinct is to be like, what am I doing? Where am I? And then I would probably try to converse with somebody. And I think my first thought would be to try to get in touch with like the police or some kind of authorities, and then maybe have them direct me to the embassy. But like the adventure side of me feels like I would just want to start asking people questions like where's, some good food and stuff. But also I think when you wake up and you're like startled, I think your first reaction is probably self-preservation to make sure you're safe, because if you start just exploring and eating and doing all these things, like it depends on what, well, if you're waking up in the morning, you have all day, but you'd want to secure some kind of place to sleep that night. So I think I would assess, figure out where I am, go to the embassy and figure out what I'm going to do for the night. And if I got that all squared away, like in the morning time or before noon, then I would start exploring, because I wouldn't be afraid, I don't think. I think I would just be like, where am I and where's all the good food? We learned Spanish in school in Seattle. Oh, that's awesome. Cursive writing is something that older people can communicate with, and it annoys younger people who can't understand it. Yes. There's a YouTuber who has an emergency button she uses that she can push if she's in trouble. It will alert the cops. Oh, that's pretty cool. I think there's apps that you can do that as well. In fact, I think I have it, but I have never used it, so now I forgot what it's called, which is probably bad. You don't assess anything when that happens. You panic. I don't know. Like, I'm not a big panicky person, but I don't know. Everybody deals with stuff differently. Terry, or write your name in your underwear. You're like, who am I? Oh, I'm Allison. It's on my underwear. Actually, it's kind of sad because people used to do that in case they got in like a car accident or whatever before there was like cell phones and stuff. So that's like a real thing. Fake freedom. I don't know what that means. That's another language that I don't know. I would not have to actually stop and find that number when I need it. Came here in 79. Okay, go to the US Embassy. There are remedies for this abroad. Yes. Short fuse here. I panic. A very lovely fellow English tourist helped me to find embassy. He spoke German. Oh, that's awesome. Not every town has an embassy. That's also true. I was thinking that too. Like, and sometimes they're not open, you know? So you kind of just have to make do. I learned calligraphy elementary and still use it. Ooh, that's fancy. I was a wee bitty child. I'll call you. Awesome. I'll help however much I can. Okay, I'm on something, but from Bornholm. I don't know what that even means. I wonder what would happen if you looked in your underwear and found someone else's name written on it. That'd be weird. That'd be real weird. I'd do a Jason Bourne. I'd sleep in the park and then kick some cop's butt when they wake me up and I don't know who I am. That's like some serious movie situations. Type what you want in apps and it will give you ideas. Yes, that's true. That's true. Eve, is that some sort of separate device? I know I have seen those zapping Bartons people carrying for security while traveling. It's German. Don't know what it means though. Okay. Oh, it means of course in German. Batons? It's a Danish island, Zealand. Oh, okay. Or naturally, that too. Awesome. That was fun. Did you guys like the what if questions or question? I liked it because it gives everybody an opportunity to share more of who they are. And we had a lot of variety of responses. And it's interesting to see how everybody reacts differently. But there's a lot of good advice. And, you know, it's probably not going to happen that way. But we had a few people that kind of had a situation like that. So it could be like a little real life thing. So I like that. I like that game. And I suppose like when we get more involved in some of these questions, it's like kind of, it had like a natural ending to it where everyone kind of had to say got to say their information or their answers. And so I'll prepare like a few of them just in case. And I would imagine that sometimes we'll have a what if question or an in-depth that'll probably go on longer. So I'll prepare a few every time. And then I'll just have like a couple would you rathers just in case the conversation is short. But I think this is going to be really fun. And especially like the more snack pack people come on the line, on the live stream, we'll start to get a lot more input. So I think that was fun. When I went to the embassy in Tunisia, I was amazed to find out almost every employee was Tunisian. Oh, okay. That was fun. Yes. Yes. Nice switch up. So funny. Yes. I like the game. Smart people. Yes. I came to realize that I have a drinking problem. That was fun and made us think. Good tips. Danish. Bah. Haha, Grant. Now I want a Danish. I would like a Danish too. a really fun Danish sentence. Rod, grod, med, flod. Try to say that. That's funny. I want some chocolate. I think I've chocolated myself out because I had a lot of chocolate already for the season. We are from Pomerania. Oh, interesting. I have chocolate. Oh, I think I ate all the chocolate in this house, but we have these blueberry muffins with sugar sprinkled on top of it, which I'm going to really try to hold out until after dinner, but we have like 9 or 10 of those muffins and they're delicious. But yeah. That was fun. I like that game. I predict in the future that there will be a TV show about people who live in their vehicles by choice. I hope to see Allison on it. I think there's going to be definitely more nomad type things. For those of you that are still on here, I got to think about this. I have like a secret, but I'm not going to tell it today. Maybe I'll share it next Saturday, but let me see. I got to think about this, how much I want to share. It has to do with a TV show, and I'm going to leave it there, but you guys stay till the end. So you guys are the only ones that know that I have a little secret about a TV show, and I'll talk about it probably next Saturday. It's nothing like mega crazy or anything, but to respond to what you said, I think there are going to be more shows and more things coming out about nomads and stuff, because especially with the way that, especially America's going with lots of people losing their homes and stuff, I think it's going to become like a more stronger way of life. And there's going to be like either a clash of this lifestyle, or it's going to be, you know, more accepting, where there'll be more opportunities for car life, van life, tiny homes, RVs and stuff. But I feel like right now there's a lot of pushback from government in terms of people sleeping in vehicles and stuff. So I feel like it's going to go very strongly one way or another. But I think the more shows that come out for people embracing it and talking more about it, I think that'll be good. Great try. Hand it over, please. How do you get packages? How do I get packages? Well, right now I get them here at my son's house, but when I'm on the road, I use Amazon lockers. And it's really difficult to do because you never, excuse me. I hate mufflers when people have loud mufflers. Anyways, it's hard to get packages on the road because I never know where I'm going to be specifically for the day that they deliver, but I do use Amazon lockers. My favorite blueberry muffins, yum. All chocolate is good in any and all forms except laxatives. True. It's a craze nowadays. Plus it's all over my face, but it didn't melt in my hands. Now I want a blueberry muffin. I liked it. I enjoyed the advice and the humor. Good. No fair. I know. I hate when people do that, but also I don't know. Yeah, through Amazon hubs. I think there's a very strong nomad nation. Yes. When you need a chocolate fix, Mike, even chocolate laxatives are a choice. I would watch a TV show on car and van lives. Yes. Secret C is sexy. Allison, there's a terrible thing to do to us. I know, I'm sorry. But listen, the ones that are on here, you guys know that there is a secret. Poop for Terry, he's chocolate, right? You're always welcome to appear on the Brady Bunch. It's a more real life. Yes, I would love to see it. Yes, the RV bombing was an early sign. I think that was about the end your car lifestyle. Yeah, I saw that, and that's terrible. And I saw a little story that said that the police were notified. Like, I think his sister called and said that he had been building bombs out of his RV, and the police didn't really do much about it, obviously. And stuff like that, obviously number one is it sucks and it's terrible because of, the tragedy of it. But also there's the trickle effect of, people that have to live in vehicles. I'm doing this by choice and I'm very conscious of that. But there's people that don't have places to live And so when you have tragedies like this, it affects a wide like amount of people, and it just ruins it for, you know, people that need to have safe passage. So I hope that the more people that get into nomad life can show the good side and like how people can be respectful of it. Yes, secrets. Yes, what's up? Tiny homes are blowing up as the new way of living. Yes, secrets. We're on the dating. You were on the dating game. Yes, it wasn't the dating game. It was the newlywed game. But yes, I was on that. But that's different. That's something I also could share at another time too. They did report on CBS about it a few weeks ago. They really missed the point that some folks choose the van lifestyle and nomadic way. Yes. Yeah. A lot of time people are like, oh, you know, like, oh, it's so sad because people have to live in their cars and stuff. And you see that even in my comments of my videos. And I'm always like, no, I'm choosing this, but there's definitely a lot of people that don't have the choice. But there's a lot of people that choose it because it's, you know, a more free lifestyle. Barbara's stomach is growling. Oh, you were talking about the muffler. Yeah, all this talk of food. You were asked to be on Dancing with the Stars. No, I will say that I got a message from somebody to be on a TV show at the end of last year. And it's not going to happen. So, but I'm not going to share what TV show, and maybe I'll do it next week. Let's see. That's sure to bring us back. Yes, they don't want people to live off the grid. No, they don't. Very sad. He went so crazy. Yes, definitely. Love the stream and keep it up. Thank you. I can keep secrets. I forget them like a second later. Got beat up once for not being able to remember one. Yeah, I'm like that too. Like people tell me stuff and I'm like, when I hear it again, I'm like, oh, it's like the first time I've heard it. I want to live where the Oompa Loompas live. Van life and tiny houses are not really growing here. We are trying to get it more accepted. Yes. You had a hard time with Amazon. I remember when you had to chase down the UPS driver to get that package. That's true. CBS made it sound like that everyone on the road who lives in a van has no other choice. Bob Wells was interviewed and they totally misconstrued his comment. And Bob Wells is like a real strong advocate for nomadic lifestyle. And it's like, it's such a freeing thing. Yeah, it's very challenging as well, but it's also like, it's a good lifestyle. He wasn't homeless. He had a nice home. Yes. It was his girlfriend. Oh, the girlfriend reported it a year ago, but police didn't follow up after he refused to answer the door. Legal loophole. It would be more fearful in Europe of that lifestyle, though. I'm in Washington. His girlfriend said he'd been building bombs and the cops gave her a mental evaluation. Yes, I'm not homeless. I'm houseless. That's true. Oh, gosh. Next time I want to hear about you on the Newlywed Game. Yes. I think I've talked about it here before, but I can talk about it again. Maybe that'll be like next week's topic, like part topic about me and TV shows. Some people don't understand the difference between choice and necessity. Yes. Don't trust crazies. Oh, the other Washington been there. I'm on a different media stream than you, I guess. You'll share next time, Mike, over a bowl of grits. I did get into Newt Gingrich's office for 40 minutes when he was Speaker of the House. Oh, dang. Oh, he wasn't there. People find themselves out there. If when I go nomad, I'll avoid cities. I live in the country and love it. I was pretend Vanna on a Wheel of Fortune tryout. Ooh, in LA. It was on TV, but I never saw it. Oh. Yes, TV show. Yes. Yeah, I think the nomadic lifestyle is great, and there's a lot of people that respect it. And I think it's just like anything, you have to have a respect for the lifestyle. And then you have people that do it as like a fad, and they're the ones that litter and like smoke or do drugs or drink heavily or play their loud music or have loud mufflers or whatever. And it's like, especially the littering or the being loud, it ruins it, because those are the people that that makes it like everybody's like that lives that way. And it's like, that's not the case. There's so many more people that are nomads that live quietly, that, just want a nice, comfortable place to rest their head. And then you have people out there that are just like, partying and doing weird things. And it's like, why? You just ruined it for everybody else that's really trying to make this a lifestyle. So I don't know. When I do this nomad thing, I'm concerned about my firearm. I have to get to know different states' laws. Yeah, so I looked that up because I wanted to get a firearm, but you're not allowed to cross borders with firearms in certain states. And in certain states, you literally have to just drive through. Like, I'm sure you could stop for gas, but you're not allowed to cross borders with firearms. So I don't know. That's going to be a hard one, but you'll want to look into that some more, because I don't know all the rules. I'll send you a message, Allison, if you want to hear. Yeah, send me the message. Okay, so is the secret that you got an offer to be on a TV show, but you turned it down? You guys are really trying. I got yeah, I'll talk about it next Saturday. It's not that I turned it down, but it kind of fizzled out, but I'll talk about it next Saturday. They're usually not nomads. That's true, Terry. Terry is tenacious. Those people are usually like people that go to like the river, or like have their boats or their big RVs and stuff, and they just don't care. It wasn't 60 Minutes. I didn't even know 60 Minutes was still on. Let's see. Good evening, Catherine. I can't wait to move into my caravan. It has a big bed, a couch with a sitting group, a little kitchen, and a little bathroom. Ooh, I'd love to see pictures of that. I would love to share grits with you, Eve. Thank you, Snack Pack. You helped me get through my Peloton bike ride. Ooh, awesome. Everyone's trying to pry that secret out of you. Not today. Well, it's so funny because I was like, you know what? If it doesn't pan out, I'm going to share it with Snack Pack. And then it didn't pan out. And then I just forgot about it because, like, I literally just remembered it right now because I forgot because of the van build craziness. And I'm like, oh, shoot, I never even shared it. But we're at the end of we've been on here so long. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to save it for next Saturday because it just popped back into my mind. It's better than eating snacks, not catching coronavirus. Yes, love 60 Minutes. 60 Minutes is 40 minutes without commercials. That's true. All right, so we've talked a long time today. And no, not fair. So was a sitcom. I'm not going to say. You'll have to come next Saturday, which you guys usually are. There will soon be pictures on my Instagram. Okay, good. I'm pretty sure I'm following you already. So I'll be looking out for that. All right, so we're going to end it here now because otherwise, I'm going to end up spilling the beans on this secret that I have. And I want to save it when we're all fresh and refreshed. And it'll be fun. We'll talk about like TV shows and fun things next Saturday. And I think I'll be in my van and we're going to see how it does. I think what I might do is I might just be in my van, but be close enough to a connection, like in front of a Starbucks or something, because I want to make sure that my cell booster works in the van. So if there's any technical difficulties next Saturday, I'll post a message on the YouTube message thingy. But I think we'll be good to go. All right, so all right, awesome. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for all the snack fun donations. Thank you for just being so awesome of a community. You guys are just such a blessing to me. I hope you guys have a blessed week. I'm going to do my best to get more videos out this week and fix some things on the van, and I'll keep you posted and I'll share my secret with you guys next Saturday. So until then, bye for now.